I could talk about this all day long. What a win for my Packers yesterday.
31-24. Jordan Love, 18 of 30, 234, 4 touchdowns in the game. Same thing when we were at the game on that Thursday night against the Commanders, where I literally watched him. I'm like, wow, he's awesome. Wow, he missed a lot of throws. It's the weirdest thing.
It is, man. It's strange.
But he doesn't turn the ball over with the missed throws. So he almost misses in a good way. He is an odd quarterback because he's awesome, and yet I'm like, do you not see the guy right in front of you who's wide open, who's going to run? Brady had an audible gasp early in the game of like, what are you doing? Because the guy, he literally beat the rush, and there's a guy on a first down inside the territory.
Bo Melton, yeah.
Sitting there who would have run in for a touchdown, and he somehow saw him but missed. It's really weird with Jordan Love in that regard. But Smalls, your team was great yesterday. 4th down's the key. You guys were 3 for 3 on 4th down, including 2 Jordan Love touchdowns. Detroit, 2 turnovers on downs, and a bad play call with the handoff to Jahmyr Gibbs on one of them. Smalls, floor is yours. You can boast about your 8-3-1 Green Bay Packers.
How good is Micah Parsons at football? Man, is he good.
Awesome.
2.5 sacks yesterday. He is unbelievable. What a joy it is to watch him play football. I feel the same way when I watch Myles Garrett. Of course, we're going to talk about the quarterbacks. We're going to talk about the offense. Jordan Love and Dontavian Wicks. Love that chemistry that's
Myles
developing
Garrett, a
there.
fan favorite around here.
Where did Dontavian Wicks go to school at, by the way?
Wisconsin. I'm going to assume Virginia. I didn't know that until right this second.
All right. Orange and blue. Let's go.
Wow.
But I was watching that game yesterday thinking, if the Packers are at their best, are they the best team in the NFC? If they're at their best, can they be the best team in the NFC? And I think the answer is yes. We just haven't seen it consistently enough from them, which is why it's been maddening watching them this season. You know the talent that they've acquired. You feel like you know what the ceiling could be with this team, but it's been disjointed to say the least. They could beat anybody, they could lose to anybody, but we know historically this time of year, Jordan Love turns it on in a different way. Toyota-thon. You know it. I kept saying, I looked up the dates. I was like, we just got to hang on until Toyota-thon. But with the injuries that the Packers sustained, you had some questions about them. But like I said, Dontavian Wicks coming up big yesterday. He and Jordan Love really finding that rhythm together. And this was a massive win for a team that needs to start separating themselves in a tightly contested division. The fact that you can sweep the Lions this season, huge for the Packers and their quest to get back atop of the NFC North.
Man, the stones on Matt LaFleur to put it in his quarterback's hands on 4th and 3 right after the 2-minute warning. I mean, I thought the Detroit Lions had him dead to rights. I thought Alim McNeil was going to get him on the ground. Jordan Love throwing that fadeaway. It typically doesn't work out when you get J-Lo fading away. When Jordan Love's plants and drives, completely different quarterback. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league when he plants, drives, and steps into a throw. But when you get fadeaway J-Lo, man, it's a coin flip. But yesterday, in that situation, 4th and 3, ball on the Detroit 45, knowing that if you don't convert right there, you give the Lions the ball at midfield in a touchdown game. For them to be able to put it in Jordan Love's hands and for him to come through in that way and Dontavian Wicks to make that play, that is Matt LaFleur as a head coach, as a play caller, being rewarded for being aggressive. The game of football rewards those that are aggressive. And in that situation, he was really aggressive. He trusted his young quarterback. He trusted the receiving core. And all of the key actors came through in fine fashion. So I am impressed that Matt LaFleur was willing to put the ball in his quarterback's hands as opposed to punting the ball, pinning them deep, and relying on that defense. Because it would have been easy for Matt LaFleur to say, hey, I'm going to rely on Micah Parsons, that defense. This is what we traded 2 first-round draft picks for. The guy's got 2.5 sacks. He's the closer. We're paying him $47 million a year. It would have been easy for him to do that.
And it wouldn't have been wrong.
And analytics said it was a coin flip either way. Analytics, 50-50 chance whether you go for it or you punt. He could have been conservative. He could have decided to put his defense on the field, but he put it in his young quarterback, and his quarterback came through. I am as impressed with Matt LaFleur as I am with Jordan Love, as I am with Micah Parsons. Hell of a win by the Green Bay Packers yesterday.
A lot of Lions fans on the internet and people on the internet yesterday were definitely saying that they got screwed a little bit because of that 4th and 2 with 2:16 to go in the first half, 10-7. Clear false start on Green Bay. Matt LaFleur calls a timeout clearly after the false start, gets credit for the false start.
Yeah, that was bogus.
That was bogus.
That was bogus.
But You have a half to play in a close game. I can't go back to that and say, oh, well, that's where you lost the game.
No, that's not why they lost the game.
No, but I'm just saying that was a big deal yesterday that the Lions definitely got screwed in that moment. It's undoubted. Like, they got screwed in that moment.
The Lions defense couldn't stop the Packers.
Yes, but that was for the rest of the game, too. So, like, you had enough time to make up for that. Now, there's another side of this, though. Anything else positive for right this second you want to get out there about the Packers? Because I know GMA is coming up, so.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
I'm loving the love fest that we have right now.
All right. So I was driving in this morning.
You're reveling in it?
Because I know that this is what they can be. I told you, I felt like I was taking crazy pills sometimes watching this team. This is what they are capable of. Now, can they do it consistently down the stretch? I think they can, but what do I know? They can lose to anybody, too.
You're the girlfriend that gets gaslit by the boyfriend, but then all of a sudden you have those moments that keep you coming back.
Correct. Yesterday was like Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that's it. You
should have seen the flowers.
Love bombed on Valentine's Day, 1,000%.
Correct.
1,000.
You got love bombed on Turkey Day.
I really did. And you know what? I'm not mad about it either.
Driving in today, on the phone with one Nuno Miguel Barrera Teixeira, our producer. And Nuno asked the question about the head coach of the Detroit Lions. Nuno, your thoughts about Dan Campbell yesterday?
In a spot, right? Like where his play calling is costing the game. He's taken play calling away from his OC, so he now has to fire your OC this
Wait, are we
offseason.
wearing the same clothes?
You probably.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
You guys are
We're
both an
twinning.
ESPN podcast best.
We're twinning. No, mine is radio.
Oh,
Mine
now
says
I've been labeled a podcaster now.
Mine says ESPN radio. No, but like I think he's put himself in a spot that like this comes down to him unless Canty's going to tell me otherwise.
It's interesting. Ben Johnson looks unbelievable without him. Dan Campbell looks fine without Ben Johnson. Do I think Dan Campbell's a good coach? Absolutely. Do I think he's a risk taker? Yes. Do I think Nuno is right about what he's saying is, you remove the play calling from a first-year offensive coordinator? It puts a lot of pressure on you now moving forward to get this thing right if you don't get into the postseason, which right now they're on the outside looking in of the postseason. We have to get into this Lions part of it.
Okay.
Because it's weird to think it's not only the Chiefs from yesterday that aren't in, it's the Lions too. Think about some of the important teams we talked about yesterday. Ravens, not in. Bengals, not in. Cowboys, not in. Chiefs, not in. Lions, not in.
It's crazy.
5 of the 6 teams are actually not playoff teams. Everybody's Thanksgiving was great yesterday.
Yes, my Thanksgiving was better in terms of individual performance than last year. I am proud to say that the game plan that Nuno devised for me was executed to a T. We had the appetizers around 1 o'clock. We had the entree, the main course around 4:30. I had my second plate right around the end of the Cowboys-Chiefs game in the fourth quarter, right when